So how much does YouTube pay for 1,000 views? Well, all of these guesses, yeah, they're correct. That sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? And this is just the beginning. For example, how much money you make doesn't always depend on your niche. In a minute, I'll tell you all of the things that affect YouTube revenue, how much real channels are making in different niches, and how to boost your potential YouTube income. But first and important, YouTube fundamental RPM is not to be confused with its close relative CPM, while CPM or cost per 1,000 views refers to the cost advertisers pay on ad revenue. RPM or revenue per 1,000 views includes all money monetization sources, ads, channel membership, super chats, and YouTube premium revenue. In a nutshell, CPM estimates what advertisers are paying, while RPM estimates what the creators' take-home pay is after YouTube's. This typically leaves the average creator with 55% of the ad revenue or 70% of the fan funding revenue.
Whether or not you think this is a creative extortion or a fair deal.
And personally, I believe that YouTube leads the industry when it comes to compensating creators. So you're already on the best platform, and of course you are more than welcome to disagree and argue with me in the comments below. But just remember, you can store an unlimited amount of video online and have it broadcast to a potential audience of 2.5 billion people every single month for free. Anyway, let's get back to the topic, Big Mac. Bear with me this one, budgets swell in markets with potential driving your CPM and ultimately RPM. And to be crystal clear, this has absolutely nothing to do with your channel settings or where you publish the video. It's the location of a viewer who's watching it that matters, and as you can see, CPM, the amount advertisers are willing to pay, varies greatly. Another important factor is video length. Did you spot the difference earlier on?
Yeah. Same niche,
same channel, same month, but a massive difference in video length. Now there is a somewhat tricky YouTube equation to navigate here, where your video should be as long as possible but also as short as necessary. The longer it is, the more watch time you can get, therefore the more money you can make. But longer also means it's harder to keep viewers' attention, and it could even be a turnoff from the get-go. And so, this is where the magic comes into play. YouTube lets you add more ads if your video is longer than 8 minutes. If you jump into the YouTube Studio vent and monetization, you'll see this option called mid-roll ads, where you can, if you wish, manually place more ads throughout your video. In this example, I placed 3 manual ad spots, which theoretically means I've just increased my potential revenue from that one video. But in reality, it doesn't mean that all of these ads will be shown to viewers, and if you try to abuse the system, YouTube will just laugh in your face. When I tried it on this video, revenue simply went down. So yeah, don't do that. You don't have to place these mid-roll ads manually, by the way, YouTube will do it for you. So there might never be a need to visit this screen, but if you do want to specifically place and add at a certain point in the video, because you know you have them hooked, at least you've got that option. Anyway, back to some examples. What about the niche that's exploding on YouTube right now? Faceless channels. The Zini Studio, which is a channel that shows viewers how to make their own faceless channels, shared an RPM of just over $6. But what about the other end of the RPM, high-earning RPM niches spectrum? How much do high earners rake in every 1,000 views? Joshua Mayo, one of those fabled finance channels, has an average RPM of over $20 that even peaks up to $40 on certain days. This digital marketing channel reports at an RPM of over $11. When you see this as 2 million views over a year for $22,000, you start to see why certain creators made the decision to go into certain niches. Making money and digital marketing seem to be the most lucrative of niches, but what's this? I see educational videos with an average CPM of $9.89. Alright, let's get down to the real business of this video. 1,000 views CPMs, RPMs. Is this what creators should be focusing their attention on if they want to make YouTube financially sustainable? You know what? I think it's time for a quick case study. Manny Ortiz is a self-taught photographer who used to shoot weddings on the weekends while working full-time as a police officer. He jumped on the YouTube bandwagon to showcase his work as a photographer. As it is for every creator, every month's income is different. So here's an example from September 2022, nearly $23,000. And how much do you think came from all of those ads? Barely 10%. You see, the smartest creators don't just rely on YouTube to sell their content to advertisers. They market themselves and earn way more because of it. Manny sells an online course and presets for coloring filters. He represents brands he diversifies and is a business in his own right.
This is a problem you see. Creators get so obsessed with the scrapped CPMs, RPMs, ad revenue that they fail to see the real financial opportunities on YouTube. Yes, absolutely, ad revenue is the easiest way to make money on YouTube because you just flick a switch and YouTube takes care of the rest. But YouTube also takes a lot from this, and advertisers work within their own budgets. You are at the very end of this financial funnel, and it's getting squeezed by everybody along the way. So stop focusing on how YouTube is going to monetize your content. That will take care of itself. You need to start researching how to monetize your audience. And maybe your audience isn't big enough to do that yet. But when it is, the rewards will be so much greater to get you started down this road. Even YouTube offers you features on this topic. Before you even get ad revenue, they will help you directly connect with your community through fan funding.